Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Place of Binding of Isaac. Afterbirth Plus. I don't want to do greedier mode. You shouldn't, that's like the #1 rule of broadcasting. Never start an episode with like 10 seconds of dead air. Hey everybody, welcome to Good Morning America. Sure is early, like you don't want to do that, but I don't want to do greedier mode, even though greedier mode, like from an economic standpoint, is like what we have the most left on. Lilith, Keeper, and Eve Alt Path. We're gonna do Eve Alt Path, even though we just did that like 3 episodes ago. We had the Josh mod on then. ERGY6CC7. ERGY, you ain't got no alibi. You're Ergy. The glamorous. This is like a Fergie glamorous reference, and then also like a classic schoolyard taunt. I never understood that taunt. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. You're ugly. How about this for an alibi? Like, genetics, you know? Like, you don't have that much control over it, all things considered. You know what? Let's do it. I don't want to fight this room. Let Dead Bird fight the room. I said let Dead Bird fight the... There. Oh my... Dead Bird, please. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. I'm a little embarrassed. Q10H6JLC. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you're ugly. Well, I've had like a really hard week, you know, like family emergencies and blah blah blah. Okay. Turns out UGLY, thanks for providing your alibi. You're just stressed out with the, you know, reality of adult life. FRIENDLY, you're friendly. No, you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. We want to talk about like schoolyard expressions. This is going to be a long episode. I don't agree with sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Mostly because, have you ever seen a stick? You're going to break my bones with a stick? What kind of, like, oh, you got like a tree trunk or something there? I don't understand how you're supposed to break my arm with a stick. What kind of, you know, branches have you got falling off there? Stones? Sure. I guess I could see that if you crafted it into some kind of usable tool. Words can never hurt me? Also unrealistic. What if you were talking to Steven Spielberg and you said, hey, Steven, E.T. sucks? I would like to think that that would hurt him. Not because I would want to hurt him, but because, you know, you're making a mockery of, you know, one of the best films he ever made. Don't even tell me you don't like E.T. It's beautiful. It's this touching story of interspecies acceptance. Let's head down to the next floor here. Razorblade, does it ruin... It's phrased like a 60-minute segment. Razorblade, does it ruin the deal with the devil? Well, we're not going to find out right now. The first floor was fine. You know, Lost Fly actually did a ton of damage against Larry Jr., but it's a bit of a slow start, but if we just make it through this floor, playing reasonably well, get that item room, hope that it's DPS, get that deal with the devil, hope that it's DPS, we'll start to pop off. Like, our last Eden run ended up being one of the strongest runs, if I remember it correctly, which I should, considering I recorded it like 12 hours ago. If I remember correctly, it might be one of the strongest runs we've had in Afterbirth Plus. Thought we got stupid powerful on it. Pills? Not yet. There's good use of pills, there's bad use of pills. I think this is a bad use of a pill. So we'll take the Spirit Heart. In theory, we could get into the Whore of Babylon state now, but I don't want to use the Razor Blade and possibly have it count as Red Heart damage. So that's an example of, you know, my ignorance holding me back here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I mean, I can just shoot you, of course, Young Metro style, but I really wanted you to take 1 tick of damage from Lost Fly, apparently. So the real strength of Lost Fly is that if you catch him on a room where you can actually get the fly to hit them semi-consistently, wow, you're in a good spot. So rooms with like rocks in the center are pretty good. Now I will say that it's kind of dangerous to take the approach that I'm taking right now if we don't play our cards right, we can actually lose our Spirit Heart and then have a good chance to lose the deal with the devil anyway. So it's kind of potentially the wrong decision to try to play it so conservatively. Might be best to lose a red heart and have the Whore of Babylon, or lose several red hearts actually, and have the Whore of Babylon active, so we're less likely to lose our Spirit Heart and thus lose our deal with the devil chance, the thing that enables that deal with the devil chance most highly. Lost Fly is doing some good work. That sucked. The Fistula fight is all about positioning. It actually is, like, extremely challenging from a dodging perspective if your DPS sucks. It might be one of the hardest boss fights on the first floor. If your damage is good, especially if you have, like, piercing shots, you're gonna, like, roast every enemy you come across, but... Okay, this is actually very good. I think with one Spirit Heart... I want to see if maybe we can get lucky and get Sin Robes or something here, but... I think I want to take both of these. I know there's red hearts on the outside of the room. X-Lax. We should take an item first, just in case we teleport out. And which of these items is more valuable? I'm going to start with the one that guarantees us Whore of Babylon. And then we got I'm Excited. I'll take a shot at it. I'll take a shot at it. Now, obviously, this is a touch risky. Put us on 1 HP, but... Also, it's a touch riskier even than it might seem at first, because we don't actually have increased DPS except from Whore of Babylon. $3 bill can help. It can also, you know, kill us, but I'm going to take it regardless. And actually, that makes it somewhat less likely that I'm going to have a great time going into that enclosed area and shooting all the poop to try to get money. So we're just going to come in here and get a Spirit Heart. Sure, there's a reroll machine there. There's nothing really of value we can get there, though. I think we do take the 50-50 chance on what appears to be a second secret room location. And we whiffed, but that's okay. We got 2 Spirit Hearts. That's not that bad. And DPS-wise, we're actually stacked up pretty nicely here. Let me see what the people are saying on Skype. Not saying anything. Just uselessness. Alright, whoa! We had some cool effects there for a second. I oftentimes, you know, I peep out of my peripheral vision. Why are our stats constantly changing? And the answer is almost always $3 bill or fruitcake. So we are relying on those to give us, you know, a good statistical change here instead of a bad statistical change. But so far, so good. Anytime we can get, you know, triple shot plus Death's Touch, doesn't really bother me. What will bother me is, like, Fire Mind against enemies that are standing right next to us, but at least we have means to deal damage that are not, like, directly tied to getting enemies to walk into Lost Protector, of all things. So I think we'll just not go to our boss fight right off the bat. The Awaz Rune is like a teleport card, as far as I'm concerned. We should use it thusly. You know, the Cursed Room is only a half heart to go. A little dangerous, I won't deny it, but I think that we really could break this run wide open. We're looking for, like, a key. That would be for the best. If no key, maybe a double secret room bomb that allows us to get into the shop and then buy a key? No, no secret rooms there. Maybe on the outside here? Yeah, that feels like a secret room. Beautiful. So we will be able to at least get into our item room. See what we get in there. Spider Butt? Well, at least we have money for rerolls. So let's start. I guess I'll take Spider Butt and reroll the Razor Blade. Could be bad if we get a lot of red hearts. Rune Bag is actually pretty good, but I'm gonna go a little deeper here. Get the D7 for the dice transformation. That's a joke. 2020. That's what we're looking for. So that's a huge improvement for us. And admittedly, the Razor Blade might be something that we're going to want to have kept later, but for now, I'm not overly concerned because we don't have any red hearts. So a bomb here is extremely good. We would love to get it because it is an XL floor. Okay, so we got actually a lot of work to do still. A bomb, I'll take whatever it gives me, dude. If it wants to give me a Spirit Heart, by all means. If it wants to give me a golden chest, a little pissed off. Bomb plus key would be fine. And Spider Butt, I think, it's a misunderstood item. Usually when I say misunderstood item, I'm talking about like, oh, Curse Die is not that bad. Leave Curse Die alone. It only ruins your run sometimes. Come on. But in actuality, I think that Spider Butt is actually overrated. Once every 2 rooms for like occasional extra damage or slowdown. It's good for crowd control, but like apart from that, I think it kind of sucks. Spiders. Or rather, at least could use a little bit more. Could use a little bit more love. So I was actually, that would have been an extremely dumb move. To go into our curse room to try to get another crack at moving our bomb into a better position. I think we should fight the first boss right away. So it's going to be the Hollow. And actually, he's going to get sessioned on pretty hard by Spider Butt. So makes me look like an idiot. Don't know what I'm talking about. I guess I'm going to wait and see if maybe we can get a Perthrow rune or something. Because Mom's coin purse is not necessarily bad, but it's also not necessarily good. Given the choice, I would prefer to take an item that is necessarily good. Eliminate all doubt, you know. Definitely our next key should be for the shop. I know we're probably about to encounter the item room. It's going to be very tempting to just go there because we're already here. But we should go to the shop. We got 35 cents. I'm just hoping we get like another key drop in the interim period. I don't know. This run is starting to pop, but it could very easily start to... that's fine. It could very easily start to come back in the other direction. You know, like all we need for this run to start going wrong is basically that. Now all of a sudden we've gone from 4.5 Spirit Hearts to, well, 2.5 now. Oh, come on. And beyond that, I actually, I can't really take a deal with the devil anymore. So I've kind of put myself into an awkward position. And all it takes is like getting a deal with the devil here, not being able to take a deal with the devil, thus not getting a deal with the devil on the next floor because our penalty got extended, etc., etc. You know, just kind of like spirals out into some negative consequences. 4 bombs. Very slightly frustrating to me because I wish like one of those could be rebalanced to be a key. Life goes on. Inside of our shop there is a key. We have to get it. I think we should check the card. It's High Priestess. So I'll tell you what we should do here. We got to go to the item room. We use High Priestess on whatever the next boss is. And then we go back for the Awaz rune. And maybe like we save that for boss rush. We're not that far away from that avenue of the game. Serpent's Kiss is beautiful. Might even be a game winner. Extreme way for us to get more Demon Hearts in the future. I love it. That's beautiful. So, we might as well take the coin purse. We know some of these pills, I'm presuming. Question marks, not that bad. Addicted, perks. Nothing immediately useful, so that's like pretty much exclusively good for the mom transformation right now. Easy boss fight, and we did get a Demon Heart out of it. And we got an HP upgrade, which we should take. There's no good reason not to take it. And the Awaz rune, you're going to be like, why don't you just use the Awaz rune here for a chance to get like a black market? You're not necessarily wrong. However, I prefer to get like the teleport value out of it as well. Like if we can get out of a room we don't want to do and still have like taken advantage of the rest of the floor, that's the ideal world for us. So this run has not really been that bad at all. Keys, please. Okay. This run is, I mean, we got 2020, Serpent's Kiss. Like, we got some great items. It's just been a little wily on the very first floor, but the last floor hooked us up pretty nicely. So, we do have a 100% deal with the devil chance, which is, you know, one reason why it's awesome to have one red heart. Basically, we can sacrifice that at no cost to ourselves. No great cost to ourselves, at least. Wouldn't mind finding a way to pick up some extra keys. We were pretty lucky to be able to go to every special room on the last floor, and that, you know, is unlikely to happen every single time here. You know, we want 2 keys per floor. Joker card? That's tough, dude, because I mean, it is a teleport. I'll give you that. Okay, so in this case, we do probably want to use AWAS. And then hold the Joker card. You might say, like, why not wait and see if you just don't get a deal with the devil on this floor? Well, you have a point. However, we have a 100% chance of that. So, it is technically possible to blow that 100% chance. But if we do, we will basically be dead by virtue of, you know, how that would have to go down. So we luckily just saved a key from Curse of the Maze. And there's no key for sale in here, so I think we'll just buy Mom's purse. We don't have any trinkets right now, but in the future this could be worthwhile. There is a key back there. I think we should maybe check our deal with the devil first, just because we're here. And another key. Even better. So certainly, like, Boss Rush... Oh, that was really bad. Boss Rush is going to be in the cards for us. We're going to be, like, maybe 3 minutes ahead of schedule. And I gotta say, this has given me, like, a pretty positive mental association to playing as Eve right here. That, like, so many of our recent Eve runs, or at least, you know, our 2 most recent Eve runs, have really hit that Whore of Babylon state and started to pop off. But I have to be honest, I think that largely it's because we had so many runs recently where we got very little to no to negative DPS. So I think that I will sacrifice almost anything right now because of the way that I've been primed on these recent runs, including the Ultra Hard Challenge. I will sacrifice almost anything to get HP. Or sorry, to get DPS. I'll sacrifice any degree of HP. So, we'll go look for our item room now. We got a lump of coal, which is fine. I mean, I would love to get closer to the Guppy Dream, but lump of coal is certainly good in its own right. Nothing wrong with that. Left hand, we should hold. Increases our Guppy chances. Plus, gives me like a 15% chance that I will forget to drop it on the Cathedral. Ergo, leading to higher video engagement when everybody screams at me for not remembering to drop it. Scream has negative connotations. When everybody criticizes me for neglecting to drop it. However, one time I neglected to drop it, and I still... Ooh, we don't need that. I still got the payout from getting the Guppy transformation. So, I think that... Beautiful. I think that I will just continue to use that as misguided confirmation that sometimes bringing the left hand down to the next floor is actually very good. Black market would be cool here. Crawl space. Crawl space, booger tears, nose goblin, right? Nose goblin I think is actually pretty good. There's no point to sleeping in the bed right now, because we don't get, I mean, double bed, awesome, dude. Don't mind if I do. However, while still having 1 red heart, there's nothing we can really do to take advantage of that, I think. So, we're gonna just move along here. And we should be coming very, very close to our final room, and then we'll be able to move along and, you know, continue living our lives back here. Found our secret room. Good chance at an arcade on the next floor, and we will have the time, in all likelihood, to take advantage of it. This guy's got to be done and dusted. Yeah, so far so good. And actually, like, I'm getting to the point where the run isn't... Glowing Hourglass can give us an extra chance of a reroll. An extra reroll of the chance to get a deal with the Devil Room. But apparently, this is a change that was made that I didn't know about in the console version of the game, like a long time ago. Ooh, that's gonna ruin Whore of Babylon temporarily. They made it so that the Glowing Hourglass breaks after 5 uses and just becomes the regular Hourglass in order to make Greed Mode harder. Not a change that maybe I would have made, but that's alright. We can still use it 5 times. So, this time, I don't want to use it to get out of the deal with the devil. I used it there to try to get to the Whore of Babylon state as soon as possible, because I whiffed. So, how do you use Glowing Hourglass? I mean, if we could just... I guess if we don't get a boss item we like, we can always fight the boss again to get another one, and that's a good start. But we gotta be semi-cautious. Because with only 5 uses, you know, if we get like an HP upgrade, we probably shouldn't reroll it. Unless we got another spacebar item, you know, kind of hiding out or something. I really like this item. It's a nerf that I guess I don't understand, but... You know, I kind of gave up my card to talk about or complain about a Glowing Hourglass nerf when I, like, never used it for the first year that it existed. So, I guess I, you know my role on that one. Check for a secret room there, I think. No such luck. In theory, I guess we could... I don't know. I was thinking, like, we could replay rooms to try to get the red chest back, but that seems like a low percentage play to me, because we're looking for, like, has to pay out with the red chest and has to give us a guppy item to be worth it. Like, even Spirit Hearts, because we're not in a dire state, Spirit Hearts are not worth the loss of a Glowing Hourglass charge. You gotta check. Okay, item room. Butterbean, absolutely horrible. And no ability to donate, but a Steam sale that actually is worthwhile because we might be able to go down to our Hush fight and make something happen there. So, I'll tell you what. We'll take Butterbean, and we'll just pick it up and drop it so we never have to see it again. However, you might be thinking, why don't you use the Glowing Hourglass to not have to have Butterbean? I don't think that actually affects it. Not interested. Like, those are seeded. Items are seeded, which is, you know, the foundation of being able to do seeded runs. So I don't think there's any way we can get around that, short of having, you know, a per throw or a D6. We're getting a red chest, like, once a room, so I'm thinking to myself, like, Guppy's gotta just be a matter of time. We know we're not getting it in this deal with the devil. In fact, we'd rather just not get a deal with the devil. To the point where I'm like, dude, maybe if we get a deal with the devil, we should use the Glowing Hourglass to make sure we don't get a deal with the devil. And then the hope is that we're able to lower our penalty on subsequent floors. But I don't know, that might be a little academic. Not to flatter myself, but I don't know. That might not have found the second secret room. Might have split the difference too evenly. Try for a teleport card. Didn't get it. Let's go fight Mom. So, we'll be taking the Polaroid here. We don't have to do the Dark Room path. Will we do Boss Rush? Depends completely on what the caliber of items in there is. We did not get a deal with the devil, which is fantastic news. Nope, we will not be doing Boss Rush for Gemini or Curse of the Tower, both of which are kind of horrible. Alright. Wait a minute, I just realized we have to do Alt Path. Again, too many different Isaac games I'm playing right now. Also known as 2 Isaac games I'm playing right now. We can't afford to not go to the Hush fight. We have to go to the Hush fight. So yeah, Steam sale's fine. We should desire maybe more keys as well. 3 is enough to get into, like, the most special rooms, but we want to open those golden chests as well. Even if it just gives us money, you know, that gives us value on the shop. We could also just get teleported to the void, like, after this next fight. It's somewhat less likely, but still plausible. But honestly, this run is shaping up beautifully right now. There's, like, no concerns for us. We're fine on HP. We've got 9 lives. We've got a spacebar item that can, I'm not going to say break the game, but can be exploited to give you a better chance at winning the game easily. Good DPS. Probably great DPS, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I feel like there's not a whole lot that can stop us short of what often stops us, and that's a full run reroll that is just too tempting to ignore. Kind of looking for small rock as well, which we haven't had. I mean, on the surface, we're actually not killing it that much. I mean, who cares about that last black card? We're not killing it that much from a DPS perspective, based on our base damage. But it's not really that bad. It's like our base damage is like 5.86, which is not amazing, but is far from terrible. Terrible would be, you know, I'm just throwing this out here, maybe less than your starting damage by the time you fight Mega Satan on the Ultra Hard Challenge. Not like I'm talking from experience or anything like that. We have to check every red chest. You never, it's gonna be the red chest you don't check. It's like debugging, you know? You gotta step through the program line by line sometimes. Some of you're gonna, oh, I know where the error is. Nope. You gotta step through the program line by line. Actually, you don't have to step through your code line by line because I guarantee you 99% of the time you used a less than sign when you meant a greater than sign, if you're anything like me. Okay, speed down is actually completely irrelevant. Oh, come on. How many red chests have we whiffed on a guppy payout? Oh, actually, streamer, you got 9 lives from a red chest 2 floors ago. Look, I didn't ask for solutions, alright? I wanted to complain about problems. You never listen. Here we go. Don't want that. Loki. Double Loki is, you know, on ultra hard, we had this room and I was like, this is awesome. On this regular run, I'm like, this is actually kind of annoying, but it's amazing. You know, context changes everything sometimes. We got a Firemind, like, Explosivo shot stuck to the turret. Oh, you know what? It's not Explosivo. It's because of Nose Goblin. That's kind of cool, though. That we can have, like, a status effect also get stuck to an enemy if the Nose Goblin shot works at the same time. What's alive here? Nothing? Well, I like the screw item, but I want to do this fight over again for the chance to get a deal with the devil. So all I need is for this to work. If this works once and gives us a deal with the devil we otherwise wouldn't have had access to, it's cool in my book. Excuse me? No deal with the devil. And no reroll ready. I'm going to try this one more time. Wait, no, our deal chance went down to 0. Oh, you can't use it to reroll deal. What the fuck am I using it for then? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. I don't understand. I got tweets. I got tweets that said you can use it to reroll, like to try to get a devil chance again. Oh, you know what? It was probably 0 because of the fact that we just whiffed on it twice. I shouldn't be too salty because there is like a 30-something% chance. What was it, like 67? I don't want to play that judgment. Save our money for the hush. We don't want the high chance of HP. It's like 67% squared, or rather 0.67 squared. So I don't know. That's like, you know, roughly a 40% chance of whiffing twice on a deal with the devil, which I have to accept is within the realm of plausibility. A 40% chance is not, you know, uncommon. You'd expect it to happen almost half the time. No way, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Hear me out here. We had like a 30% chance that we'd miss 1. So what are the chances that you'd miss 2? Like 9%. Okay, there we go. Brain works. There's a 40% chance we would get both deals with the devil. My math was wrong. In case you're not following this, it's not like I'm talking... Oh, there's Guppy. It's not like I'm talking too intelligently for you. I'm just explaining it poorly. Basically, I used the wrong number when it came to the math. If we have a 70% chance of getting a deal with the devil, we have a roughly 50% chance, if you did it twice, and the odds didn't change, of getting 2 deals with the devil. Roughly a 9% chance of getting 0 deals with the devil. And, you know, like a 31% or 41% chance of getting 1 deal with the devil. I think that helps, you know. I'm not claiming I'm a mad genius or anything when it comes to probability, but... And I've talked about this in episodes before, but I feel like a lot of people, you know, would benefit from an understanding of probability. So many times you hear people go like, oh, you know, what are the odds? It turns out the odds are like 20%. That's not, like, good odds. You wouldn't put even money on a bet if there was a 20% chance that it would happen. Another guppy item. But if you're just talking about it happening, sure, yeah. I mean, if something has like a 0.1% chance of happening and it happens on 1 roll, you'd be like, that's crazy. A 20% chance? Nah, dude. And it actually helps a lot having Missing HUD here to help me out with that as well. That's not going to be a secret room. It tricked me. It looked so much like it could be a secret room. All right. Again, we probably have to do the Hush fight to get on the alt path, so we will do so. Considering we're Guppy now, we've already had our deal with the devil, so we don't need to go in there. We'll just go through here. We'll use a Joker card immediately. It's pretty logical that we could get to 3 extra Spirit Arts by the end of this floor. Oh, right, red chests. We probably should drop the left hand now, but, you know, honestly, those Spirit Hearts are going to give me a free deal with the devil, so, assuming there's a deal in there to begin with. Taurus might be the right call here. We do have some speed. On this, I think you take blue map, and maybe that card will be useful for us, probably the key. Maybe not. I don't know. Small rock would be great here. Beautiful. Glowing Hourglass has been garbage for us, so I'm actually going to take Book of Shadows and maybe roll with that instead. And then we get Sin Robes, which is free. We should have taken that second, but then we'll take Sister Maggie. Basically because Sister Maggie is free because of these Spirit Hearts. And then I think 1.51 speed is not great, but if we're going to get a speed down through either of these items, I think I'll take Taurus. I think it could be worth it. Then we get the Sun card, which is not worth anything for us immediately. And we'll donate some extra money here. But the Sun card, good for mapping in the future, especially on the Void floor. All in all, a pretty decent blue womb here. Could be better, could be worse. Do we have every... No, we haven't had Guppy's Head yet. I was going to say, do we have every Guppy item? And again, dude, as far as I'm concerned, I'm learning a lot about what works and what doesn't work against Hush. And, Booger Tears are excellent against Hush. Like, they are actually a top-tier Hush killer. To the point where, like, if you know you have to do alt path, Nose Goblin might be a trinket that's, like, just one cut... I mean, this is a little rash, but it's just one cut below, like, the truly AAA trinkets like Curved Horn. It might even be up there with the Cancer trinket. I need to see, like, an empirical analysis. I'm the zany guy, and at the same time, I'm also, like... I would love to see an empirical analysis. Just for, you know, pseudo-academic curiosity. What is the expected increase in your damage proportionally? Like, for example, you know, what percentage of extra damage do you do relative to your base damage, or whatever your damage is, if you have Booger Tears? It probably depends on your rate of fire. I mean, I'm not... You can tweet me with your results. I don't need an exhaustive, you know, apparatus of your methodology. I trust you. And mostly I'm just looking for an approximation either way. But, I really think that Booger Tears could be... I mean, you can get it as a passive item, but it could be a top-tier trinket as well. In the right situation. So, remember, we're going alt path. Doing pretty well not going to the Hush... or to the Cathedral by accident. Recently. Alright, so we didn't even use Book of Shadows. I don't want to find the Delirium fight immediately, but again, it doesn't matter because if we're going for boss fights, we're going to... Oh, we don't have any bombs, right. If we're going for boss fights, we're just as likely to find the Delirium room. Well, that's not technically true, but you get what I mean. The only way we're going to get items, which is what we want, is to fight bosses. The only way to fight bosses is to expose ourselves to the risk of being on the Delirium fight accidentally. So I will use Tammy's Head. It is worse against Delirium, but better against anything else. As you can tell. Portable slot, not particularly strong. Although it does give us a way to capture some value from our 20 cents right now. Wow, double Sister Viz. Not actually that bad anymore. In fact, not actually bad at all anymore. Attack Fly is fine. I don't think we're close to Beelzebub, but... You know, I always appreciate, like, moving in that direction. And Tammy's Head, largely, its usefulness depends on how... Oh, that was so bad. Its usefulness depends on how useful our $3 bill effects on this room are. I'm going to try to go down here. One thing's for sure, my reflection is probably just about the worst thing we could get right now. Still summoning, like, crazy amounts of flies, though. So no sweat there. Yeah, we do need bombs. I'll take those. Pill is pheromones. In another world, that could be useful. I am disappointed I couldn't find a good use for Glowing Hourglass. But oh, right, Bumbo. I do think that's on me, though. I should have had another charge, like, ready to go for that. To at least split test that, like, deal with the devil situation on the Womb 1. Wow, Crown of Light is so good. Again, probably we're not likely to keep this for the entirety of the Delirium fight, but still. Like, being able to shoot out these sweet-ass, like, diagonal, not diagonal, diamond shots. Diamond hand! It's, that's a Dragon Slayer doppelganger. Seriously useful, and especially, like, if they get the bonus damage from Tammy's head, and also stick around with Nose Goblin, like, that's crazy good, potentially. Dude, absolutely. Cricket's head. We got the Delirium fight. Just want to land Tammy's head, Crown of Light shots as soon as possible, please. Beautiful. That's it. Now, we're not going to get Nose Goblin to pay out too much here. And that's completely fine. We're almost done with this Delirium fight already? Is that... wow! Okay, well, that'll do it. Crazy good run here. We get Dull Razor unlocked. I don't know what that does. It looks like a trinket to me, but for now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Starting to feel like I'm getting my sea legs a little.